It's a new year. Happy New Year. This is my favorite time of the year because it's a new beginning. It's a new slate for everyone. It's also a great time to talk about moments each year when it's the easiest to save. It's the easiest to save when it's unexpected windfall or unexpected money, or when it's a lump sum, when the money isn't claimed yet, when you've not already spent it, because we spend before we actually get the money. When you've not yet spent it, that is when it's the easiest to just move that money aside. Now, this happens every single year. There's easy to save moments happen every year. But if you're not aware of it, then you're not going to be intentional about moving that money aside. And so for most of us, there will be moments throughout the year where the account seems to have extra money. There seems to be extra money. But of course, as it's been going, because you weren't intentional about what to do with that extra money, it's just somehow, how life goes, it's just somehow just disappeared. So today's video, I'm going to spell out or open your eyes, make you aware of these moments throughout the year where we all come into extra money, or we have this easier ability to save because everything else around us makes it a lot easier for us to say no to spending. The very first are these 3 months: January, September, and October. These 3 months are the easiest months to save for a couple reasons. First of all, either the months before it or the months after it would be huge spending months. Now, our resolve to say no to spending is a lot higher. It's a lot easier to say no to buying all those little things here and there because we've been doing it the previous months, or because we know there's going to be spending coming up for the holidays. It's a lot easier to say, you know what, I'm good. I'm going to hold up because I know I'm about to do a lot of spending. Also, in January, there are no holidays, there are no obligatory spending like during the holidays. January is a very dry month. So it's a lot easier for you to hold on to your money. Same thing with September. With September, we've just gone through the summer, and everyone is hibernating. We start hibernating. You have a lot less opportunities to spend, and it's a lot easier for you to say I'm good because we've just had the summer. We've just had a busy summer. October is also the same in the sense that October is the last month to save for the year. Once it's November 1st, we're talking holidays, right? And so a lot of spending. Be intentional about being mindful of your spending during those months, and then put that money to your savings, or immediately pay off whatever debt you were paying off, whatever your financial goal is. A lot of people would actually do a no buy or low buy during those months where they only spend on the essentials so they can hold on to a lot more of their money during those 3 months. A great opportunity to put money away is when you're done paying something off. So if this year you get done paying, no matter what it is, be it a credit card, be it a car loan or a personal loan, whatever it is, especially if your kids are done with daycare, this is a major windfall. Here's the thing: you've been paying someone else this whole time. This is not money you're going to miss. You've been paying it someone else. It's time for you to pay yourself that money, i.e., whatever that amount is, put it to a savings right away. Don't leave it in the checking account and leave it as, hey, we're finally done with that. Because somehow the way money goes, it just diffuses into everything else, and you can't really pinpoint one single thing that extra money has done. Meanwhile, for the last how many years you've been paying off a debt, but now that it's in the account, you can't really account for it. And that's just the crazy way money flows. So if you get done paying anything off this year, that amount of money, chuck it away to savings immediately, or immediately to another financial goal. If the financial goal is to pay off another debt, immediately wire that money to that. If you leave the money in the account and get used to having that money for any expense, it's going to be a lot harder to channel that money to paying off a debt or channel that money to another financial goal. If you pay it bi-weekly, you have a very easy way to put away a whole paycheck. And that's because when you pay biweekly, you don't get 24 paychecks, you get 26 paychecks. So 2 months this year, you were going to get 3 paychecks. Those paychecks are going to fall a week before the beginning of the year, a week before your rent or mortgage is due, which is what makes it tricky for a lot of people. And then they give up on it, or they don't even realize they have this wonderful opportunity to chuck away a whole paycheck. So if you're not a paycheck ahead, this is a great way to make that happen. Your bill is due once a month, right? The only thing you would have to pay for with that paycheck would be your groceries and maybe gas if your car is low, and that's it. Being aware of this extra paycheck means you can now be intentional about putting the rest of the money away. Move it to your savings. Don't leave it in your checking. Move it to your savings the moment the next paycheck comes in. You're not going to be able to save the full paycheck each time, but by the time you've done this for both times that this happens, you would have a full paycheck chucked away. Beginning of the year, an easy way to save money right away, a good amount of money, is to think about your services, the services that you currently have, every single one of them. The beginning of the year is a good time to reflect on the previous year to see which really made a difference, which really mattered. Whatever service it is, it's not just subscription, because I know we say subscription all the time, but this is services altogether that you thought was beneficial, may have been beneficial, but now you have the hindsight of the previous year. Beginning of the year is a great time to get a true picture of the value, the true value of that service. If it was helpful last year, if you even used it last year, or if it's something you can let go. Have your money better serve you, channel that money to better serve you, and get more out of your money rather than putting your money into things that you could probably do without. It's a great way to trim the spending and channel that towards savings. Another wonderful opportunity to save because you have this unexpected lump sum of money: bonuses, commission, even overtime. Your employer, perhaps there are seasons in the year where overtime is almost pretty much guaranteed because it happens every year, and you kind of know this is the season or the months where we can do overtime, and that means extra income. These lump sums are the moment for you to really make a dent in your savings goal or whatever financial goal you have. You want to have a plan for that money ASAP, immediately. This is not, you don't want to just have that money sitting in your account. Have a plan for that money before you even get it, because once you get it and it's sitting there, you know how it went the last year. What did you use your tax return for last year? What did you use it for the last 2 years? If you wait until you receive it to actually use it, if you wait until you've received your, not use it, to plan for it, if you wait until you've received your bonus or your commission, whatnot, it's crazy how you may end up spending it on something that is not the most efficient or that would not be the most beneficial to you. For instance, if you use it to buy a couch, right? Yeah, you always need a couch, but was that the best way to use that money at that time, at this year? But if you plan ahead before the money comes in, you can actually think of the best use for those funds, the best use for the money. Those are the easy moments to save this year. It happens every year. Being aware of it means you can now be intentional with putting money away. You know what to do if you've gotten any value out of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Happy New Year. It's going to be a great year. It is. We're declaring it. It's going to be a great year. Bye.